party is King Jordan and Power DF. We are so excited to have you two on the show. Joining Chris Manning, we're going to go 3v3 in Proving Grounds, try to get that W to celebrate the end of the season.
We are going to get that W to celebrate the end of the season.
For 2K TV. King Jordan, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's great running with Power DF and LD.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And the starting lineup for Miami, Williams is out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Houston in at the two-guard position. And for the Mavericks, we've got OG Anunoby. Andre Drummond is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Desmond Bane. And it's Garland in at the point. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Here we go.
It'll be the Mavericks off the tip. To the inside, Drummond, and the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
The floater, Williams misses. And here's Garland, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Anunoby. Now Drummond, 6 to shoot. Garland for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
When Garland finds a three-point shot, he takes it. Supremely confident in his abilities.
Brunson passes to Vucevic. Garland against Brunson. Pass to Markkanen. From the arc. Knocks down the long J.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Drummond. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Outside Garland. And here is Antetokounmpo. Williams defending. Antetokounmpo. Bam!
And it's hard not to commend the calm nature and demeanor of the Greek Freak. I mean, even in pressure situations, Antetokounmpo never seems to get outside of himself or never seems to give in to what the defense is trying to do to disrupt him.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Drummond. Anunoby with it. Outside Garland. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire. And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
Drummond passes to Bane. Oh, swiped away. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Unfortunately, we've seen his ability as a rebounder take a back seat these past few seasons. And I'd like to see him refocus on that element of his game. You can never have enough rebounds, in my opinion.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. I discussed with Coach how difficult it is to guard Jalen Brunson. He initially joked. He said, "You'll have to ask my guys that." Jalen is a really gritty, confident player. We can't let him get into a rhythm early or we're going to be in trouble. We'll have to keep our eye on how well this defense does against Brunson. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. 5 to shoot. Brunson with the bucket.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
The Mavericks leading. Antetokounmpo finds Bane. Anunoby with it. putback. Out to Garland. There's the triple. That one's in there. Drummond with the assist. Garland's got 9.
Rise and fire. I just love how assertive Garland is on offense.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
Oh, man, they were in total control, really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. Collins, he's checked in for Vucevic. George comes in for Williams. Connects checked in for Houston. And it's Pippen in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Pippen. 8 points in his last time out. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
McConnell. It's rebounded by George. The Heat have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Here's Pippen, averaging around 6 a game. Marketed from long range. Richards pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And for a scorer as prolific as Marketed, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Here's Pippen. The Mavs get their last shot to go. To the wing on the left. Collins, the open look. Drops one in from the wing.
And this is a part of Collins' game that's really evolved. Hitting jumpers and catch and shoot.
Now here's McConnell. He's closely guarded. Here's Okogie. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more. Heat trail by 4. Here's Pippen. That's tipped. Great D that time from McConnell. The Mavericks have gone a fantastic 8 of 11 so far. Down low, Richards. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Here's Pippen. Paddles through traffic and lays it in. Pippen's got his second basket.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Outside Garland. And there's the lob. What a performance for Darius Garland. He has been the story for the Mavericks. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Mavericks.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Heat. 4-point game. It's off to Detroit after this game, where they will face the Pistons. That'll be the second game of a 5-game road trip. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Desmond Bane. Then there's TJ McConnell. And it's Fresh in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, BA, of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring, there's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment value of point production.
McConnell outside. Clock at 6. Here's Anunoby, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. Heat trail by 5. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Brunson. Check out Brunson going to work inside.
And I love the trust between Brunson and his guys. I mean, working so hard to set each other up.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Williams into the lane. Basket's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Andre Drummond is checked in for the Mavericks. Dallas has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Now Drummond. McConnell outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Bain. From deep. Not going to go that time. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Brunson against McConnell. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Brunson. Poke loose. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And with balloting underway, a chance to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting.
Well, it's so interesting to see where the players stack up right now.
You look at Antetokounmpo, looking pretty comfortable in that starting 5 for the East. He's second thus far.
And that's a reflection of just how unreal his season has been. To play second in this tough Eastern Conference is very impressive.
And it's hard to contain the excitement as we look ahead to what promises to be an outstanding All-Star weekend. Here's Anunoby, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Shooting 2.
That free throw is good from Anunoby, and Dallas making a change here. Garland's checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Markkanen's checked in for George. Both free throws good from Anunoby. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Brunson passes to Vucevic. Outside Brunson. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Houston. 5 on the clock. And it's Bain with the rebound. From outside the arc. Drops in the 3. Bain's got 5 points.
Anytime he can, Bain is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
Here's Brunson to the paint. Here's Vucevic. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Garland, the pass to Drummond. And here is Antetokounmpo. Here's Anunoby. And it's Dallas scoring again.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the... Oh, and Markkanen finishes.
The big man from Finland, Lowry, getting up.
Time called here. The Mavericks decide to talk it over. Well, Grant, we're near the middle point of the year now. At what point do coaches start looking at limiting the minutes of their stars?
You know, each game is really the determining factor for how that plays out. So, when possible, you keep your stars in there for close games and get them some rest when the outcome isn't in question.
And the Heat with some changes. John Collins comes in for Vucevic, and connects subbed in for Williams.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Okogie.
2 minutes.
Dallas needs to get off a shot. Anunoby for 3. Fires in the triple. Anunoby's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Throw it anywhere near Collins, he'll take care of the rest, putting his athleticism and length to perfect use.
Here's Garland, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Garland. All right, here's a look at the schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Steven Adams and the Washington Wizards.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, this is one we've all been waiting for. Two of the best teams in the league going at it. And you know whoever wins is going to be viewed as a finals contender.
Houston passes to Collins. The jump hook. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Okogie. Back to Richards. To the left wing. Garland for 3. Tries again. And the layup is up and in.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Garland against Brunson. Richards pulls it in. Here's Okogie. Pass to Anunoby. Over connect. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period for the Mavericks. And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
They were getting after it on the glass, like wild and they got a nice edge in that department, which has led to this lead. They won the heart and hustle battle in that first half. Now we'll see if they can keep that going.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, hand down, man down. Up. You got to get in some help. That pretty much covers everything. Shaq, you think they played their best?
No way, no way.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Boy, without question, OG Anunoby displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. We've got Kenrich Williams. He's out there with Lauri Markkanen. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Houston in a 2-guard.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
looking around. Antetokounmpo against Williams. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard and see the small forwards who have been picking the most pockets this season. Fourth, OG Anunoby.
And if you're an opposing small forward, this might also double as a list of the most irritating players in the league. Because when you tackle them head-to-head, it's on.
They are an elite group of defenders. I mean, they don't just make it difficult for opposing small forwards. They pester entire teams with their activity, jumping in the passing lanes, being active with their hands and feet. Very impressive defensively.
And that one's good, Brunson.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Garland, the pass to Antetokounmpo. No good there. Some solid defense from Williams. Here's Markkanen. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Outside Anunoby.
Second in scoring. And they do a great job taking care of the ball, finishing top 2 in fewest turnovers a game. This is a team that plays with great pace and control.
And their scoring average is the big one, if you ask me. It hasn't mattered what defense they're facing on any given night. They can fill it up against everybody. That free throw's good from Anunoby. Pippen, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Both free throws good from Anunoby. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Pippen. Banked it in off the glass. Pippen's got 6 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And he's going for the lob. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pass to Houston. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Williams. And it's Bane with the rebound. Dallas leading by 3. From deep three-point land, Drummond, it's good on the putback.
One of the key components of Drummond's game. He's an intimidating presence on the offensive glass.
Here's Pippen, guarded by Garland. Oh, Drummond with a block. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. Here's Antetokounmpo over Williams, and the basket by Antetokounmpo. Now it's a 7-point Dallas lead. Miami has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And the Heat with some changes. John Collins checked in for Vucevic. George comes in for Williams. And Connect subbed in for Houston. Here's Connect, guarded by Bane. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Mavericks lead by 7. Outside Garland. Pass to Richards. Kicks it out to Bane. Another shot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, pretty fearless move by Bane, making sure he gets the shot off.
This is his second trip to the line in the game.
You know, he's been one of those players, they've won it on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
The first free throw is good.
And such a unique player. Bane is a powerful guard with an incredibly soft touch.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Heat trail by 8. Here's Pippen. Deflected. Garland with the ball. 9 points in the game. Fresh. Soft touch off the glass. Fresh has got his first points in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Dallas?
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
Miami shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And the first one at the line is good. Clark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly, player to fan, without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there as a strategy.
From deep, Bane. He drops it from range. Bane's got 9.
And I like that there. I mean, get Bane something in rhythm.
Brunson finds Markkanen. Here's George. Pass to Pippen. Shot clock at 5. Sinks the tray. He's got 11.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
And what a jam by Bane, using his hops to do some damage at the rim.
Heat trail by 10. Pippen, pass to Brunson. Now here's George. Pass to Markkanen. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Here's Garland. Again, Dallas.
Getting it done from the mid-range. Garland loves using this area of the floor.
Brunson passes to Collins. Fires from deep. And again, Miami with a triple.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Fresh. Outside Garland. Here's Yabusele. George defending. Puts up a deep 3. The Mavericks rebound.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. OG Anunoby out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then it's Desmond Bane. And it's Garland in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Brunson passes to Markkanen. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 6 assists here tonight.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Garland. Fires the three. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Matching the triple from the other end. Garland is game.
Knocked loose. And stolen by Bane. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Antetokounmpo up top. Shoots over Collins. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
And even though Giannis made that jumper, the defense would rather give that up than let him get inside to do damage.
Throws it up high. Antetokounmpo with the block.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Vucevic against Drummond. 4 on the clock. Garland for 3. Collins with the rebound. Heat trail by 9. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Pass to Anunoby. Collins against Antetokounmpo. Out to the wing. Good chance here for Drummond. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
Well, how about giving Andre Drummond a lot of credit? He's working on that jump shot, as you can see right there.
Time called here. The Heat decide to talk it over. And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Williams is checked in for Miami. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle, and a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
And you have to avoid getting too physical with Brunson because he'll get these calls.
Shooting for Miami, Jalen Brunson, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better, and that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
Both free throws good from Brunson.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Garland, the pass to Antetokounmpo. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Outside Anunoby. Shoots over Vucevic. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist by Garland. Garland's got 3 assists now in this one. Brunson taking his time here. Over Garland. Brunson with the bucket. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, man, you got to appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high-percentage shots.
How about the superb anticipation from Drummond, sensing the opportunity to go for the alley-oop and then converting in style.
Outside Brunson. Houston passes to Vucevic. Here's Houston.
Dallas foul. Desmond Bain. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Miami. Houston. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Richards is checked in for Drummond. Good on both.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Now Anunoby. With the clock winding down.
Padding the stat sheet, getting the board and the hoop all on one play.
Yep, he's earning his coach's appreciation.
Hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
A flashy ball handler at times, Brunson knows how to carve up scoring opportunities for himself.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
Now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Darius Garland.
Offensively, his focus was lasered up. I mean, whatever scheme the defense was working, he found a way to work through it, locating quality shots whenever he got his hands on the ball.
Boy, once he got it going, the fans really got behind him. He picked up on that energy, and it seemed to get him going even more. Inside. Here's Bain. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
For Dallas, they've gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Outside Garland. Second chance shot. Over Brunson, and the shot is good by Garland.
Inside, Garland outplays his size, using speed and agility to get it done.
Brunson passes to Houston. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Houston's got 9 points now in the second half.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Back to Garland. Rebound Miami.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Markkanen inside. Anunoby covering. Markkanen misses. Markkanen against Bain. Antetokounmpo outside. Richards, the pass to Garland. Shot clock at 6.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Brunson against Garland. Brunson misses. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Now here's Antetokounmpo. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave them a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Giannis, you said these games start to matter more as you come down the stretch. Can you tell me more about that?
Just coming out there, try to play good basketball, try to play together, and try to get better. You know, we just try to get in that playoff shape and just get better.
Championship always on your mind. Thanks, Giannis.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
You are in the presence of many presents. Kendrick, the gift for the future, yeah, I said it. Good kid, mad city, mad respect, representing the hub, right?
Keeping it ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down public. I got the whole block fucking. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down public. The homegirls tell me I'm so they combine.